Thank you, Chairman. Great to be with you. Both of you, thank you for coming by my office. Some of what I want to talk about in my short 5 minutes we discussed, but I think it's important to have this discussion so that everybody, particularly back in Utah, can hear our discussion and your thoughts on it. As we've discussed, and I've tried to make the point in this venue a lot of times, Utah's unique geography and natural phenomena require a nuanced approach. Approximately 80% of our ozone comes from ozone emitting from the Earth surfaces or from outside of the region. And as Utahns, that means we only control 20% of the ozone in the area. Utah's air quality has improved significantly, and that's because our public elected officials, our education, our business leaders all have made commitments, and we've had great investments in new technology to improve our air. And I might say I'm very grateful for the new administration's early jump into this and some of the relief that we've received already. So please pass on my appreciation for that. Utah's Uinta Basin faces similar challenges. Oil and gas production in the region where we provide affordable, reliable, and clean energy are burdened by EPA standards and don't account for this unique geography that we have in Utah. Fortunately, all of our stakeholders, as I mentioned, are all committed. The tribes are committed, the education community, the political leaders and business communities are all committed to this. But despite this, in the final stretch of the Biden administration, the EPA abundantly reversed course. Instead of granting the extension as previously proposed, the agency issued a final ruling redesigned northern Wasatch Front and Uinta Basin as non-attainment with significant impact economically and otherwise for our area. So once again, thanks for your help there. I'd like to just ask both of you so folks back home can hear, if confirmed, can we count on this, this flexibility and working with regional administrators to follow their lead in dealing with these tough issues, and hopefully we can have that commitment from both of you. Mr. Szabo, if you want to jump in.
Sure. Senator, it was great talking to you yesterday about these issues as well, and in my current role, as well as if I am confirmed, I will commit that we will work with the state of Utah as well as all the states on their each state's unique issues, but specifically Utah's as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator, and also appreciated the time meeting with you, and you have my commitment to work together to resolve these issues and to do so in a way that protects our air and also protects the economic development and growth that your community is looking for.
Thank you, and I'm glad that you mentioned that. Everybody does want to protect the air. Everybody wants clean air. We just have some unique geographic features. Also part of the Uinta Basin, we have a number of small suppliers, and they really struggle to meet the methane regulations, not out of will, but just simply out of resources. And we find that the EPA sometimes has been overly restrictive in how they fix the problem rather than kind of defining what they want fixed and letting people get there through using different types of technologies. And once again, would like to ask for your working with regional administrators to get to the end goal and not be so prescriptive on how we get there.
Absolutely, Senator.
Yes, you have my commitment on that, Senator. Thank you.
Good, thank you. And Mr. Fotouhi, we talked in the office about this chemical approval problem. And would also just like to clarify, previous administration, we had 0% of chemicals approved within their statutory guideline. Many of these chemicals would replace currently problematic chemicals that are bad for our environment. So by not approving them, we're actually really harming our environment. And would like to just have you share with my folks back home your commitment to work on getting these chemicals approved in a timely manner.
Yes, thank you, Senator Curtis. It's a critical function that the agency performs to review new chemicals, and it needs to do so in abidance with its statutory timelines and in consideration of the science as well. And as you said, those chemicals often replace older chemistries, and the newer chemicals are often more environmentally friendly. So you have my commitment to take that as an area of emphasis so that EPA gets back on track and is meeting its statutory obligations in its new chemicals program.
Thank you. And with all my love and affection for you and your new boss, we'll have a honeymoon period, and then I'll use this pulpit to be really tough on you as were your predecessors if we're not getting those approved. And thank you. I yield my time.